I'm good. All right, good morning, everyone. I'd like to call the selectmen's meeting to order. Let's do the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I know. Now we're gonna do the, first of all, I want to, thank Ron and Patty, my two, selectmen. Is that proper to call them selectmen? Yeah, okay. We've, worked for a couple of weeks together now before we took the oath, and we're really on board about being a team. So I just wanna make that, noted. Now, the audience is citizens. Before I have anybody speak, I would like to tell you how we're gonna do it as a team. When somebody has a question for us, we're gonna take the question, we're gonna note it, and then we'll get back to you. We're not gonna answer the question, right at this time. I've seen too many times when we've given the wrong answers and we've been ostracized for that, so I'm not gonna, be in that, category. All right? Does anybody have any questions from the audience? All right, we'll move on. Approval of minutes. Could I have a motion to approve the minutes?
I make a motion to approve the minutes of November 5. I second it.
All in favor? Motion carries. All right, correspondence. Anything? Just, oh, okay, I'm sorry. The Access Community Action, that's a letter, congratulating me, I guess, on, my new position, and I thank them very much. Okay, next one, B, New Haven Marine and Associates. This one we discussed, nobody wants to go, so we'll just take that off the agenda if we could. Okay, the Department of Economic and Community Development letter. I'm not quite sure, I haven't looked up yet, what distressed communities, what our label is, or whatever it means, but I'll look that up and I'll get back to you on that. Okay, the next one. Resignation of Peter Grillo from the Economic Development Commission and the Planning and Zoning Commission. I'd like to entertain a motion on that.
I make a motion to accept Peter Grillo's resignation with regrets.
All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Unfinished business. Regarding the employment description for the rec department employees, I'd like to have a motion that we table that until, Jason gets back from his medical leave. Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Discussion regarding new camera, Wi-Fi, and heavy-duty locking electric covers for the gazebo. That I think we're waiting on something. I can't. You guys remember exactly what that was? We were waiting for.
We're waiting for something.
Yeah, some parts I think we're waiting for on that. Okay, so that's how that stands right now. Okay, C, discussion regarding new camera in the gymnasium for the recreation department. That's another thing, all we're waiting on right now is for the electrician to get those hooked up. So that's where that stands right now. Okay, discussion regarding recreation department finance budget update. As of right now, the finance committee has okayed that, and we're just waiting on a date for a town meeting, which will be made at a later date. We'll have to have a special meeting and, to set that date after tonight's, water pollution control meeting. Okay. Discussion regarding 72-inch culvert pipes. The update on that is, we're waiting to put that on government auction to see if we can get rid of it. Okay, the next one, discussion regarding new street takeover. We're waiting on that one. We're waiting to hear, more from our lawyer and getting a better version of the short.
We need wording, because
Yeah,
it's gonna create an ordinance.
ordinance, that's what he's working on a better ordinance for us.
For us to be able to seize dirt bikes and take them off the road.
That,
Do what we need to do.
Just finishing making comments for you.
oh, yeah, we can keep going. Can we do that? Yeah,
No?
okay, cool.
Tell the audience what she's going to talk about.
Sure, if you want to. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. I have made copies of what it is we'll be discussing. It is a program that is actually run by the same people that do our website. And it is for organizing our, you call it, FOI requests, sorry. in the past couple of years, we have been getting an increased amount of FOI requests. And it's kind of been left a little haphazard as to whose responsibility it is, who is already handling it, what has already been done, what has already been sent. And so a lot of things are being done multiple times. The people requesting are getting the information multiple times. It's a waste of our time because we didn't realize it had already been done. Or it slips through the cracks and then people are like, we requested this a few days ago, I have some, we haven't gotten it, what's going on? They have various different plans. This is their economy plan that we are looking at. The only thing we'd be losing by doing the economy plan versus doing their next level it's called rapid review, where the software pulls some of the stuff for you. We don't feel that we need that kind of assistance. We don't, we do get a lot of requests, but not anything that would require that. It's not more than we can handle to do it on our own. It allows us to go back in and make check marks to basically, well, let's see. It keeps a list of what's already been sent to the submitter, the requester rather. We can assign it to different departments. If they're making a request that includes a variety of different departments, we can say, send the different parts to the different departments for them to pull their information. We've had, in the past couple of years, we've had some FOI requests that expand from IT to my office, to Ashley's office, to Sarah's office, to all in one request. The planning and zoning was involved, the assessor was involved. I mean, this thing was massive, and they got multiple things, multiple times, because we didn't realize that they're already been sent. And like I said, it's a waste of time. It is, it's a little expensive, I'm not gonna lie, but it saves us time, it keeps us more organized. People can actually go on, we'll be able to go on our website and make the request from our website. And it will, then email us to let us know that the request has been made. And then like I said, the software program will allow us to go in and see everything that's requested and be able to do everything in the background.
So this is a software program where we're wanting to buy.
It's a subscription, so it'll be something that we have to, it's got an annual fee. Right now, they have given us the option of, if we sign within, a few days, by the 24th, I think it was. Yes, if we sign on with them by the 24th, meaning if you vote on this today and we decide to go forward with it, it will save us. He said this is the way he worded it. He granted an extension of a $2,095.80 discount for the first invoice. However, they also increase every year. So it wouldn't, and our initial, and try, in the attempt to keep this within our fiscal year so that we can include it in the budget, we have discussed, having it prorated for the first 6 months. So I don't know that discount would apply for the full year. It would only, they would prorate it for the first 6 months. And then in July, of course, we would be back to a regular program, a regular, what do you call it, subscription. Sarah and I, talked about it, and we feel that we can find the money within this budget to pay for it this year. Of course, it would have to go into the budget, a new budget line item for next year.
What is the, total amount?
I think if you, the first invoice, I mean, it does, I don't believe that first, that first invoice there. Yes, so this is the first year, this would be every year after, but this does not include that additional discount they're giving us, if we
Okay.
sign by the 24th.
I think this is a good idea personally, because I know the time that these two and everybody else puts in with these FOIA, baloney or whatever. But, I think we should, put this in, that's my feeling. What do you think, Ron?
Sounds like you need this,
Yeah,
and can certainly, it'll help you.
It will definitely help us.
I vote for
yeah.
Yeah, and the cost is.
No, I thought you were gonna say a lot more
Yeah.
than that. I really did.
I feel it's expensive, I mean,
Yeah, but like
you know,
I said.
$6,000 isn't anything to sneeze at, but at the
Right.
same time, if we, you know, the amount of time we've spent on
Exactly,
the ones we've gotten so far,
right.
the hearings we've had to go to,
And it's taken away
in
your time.
Hartford, for multiple people, I think this would cut down considerably. Yeah, we had to go
Oh,
to
yeah.
Hartford, yeah, they felt that we weren't getting it done in a timely manner. And, of course, they did request it during my medical leave, so it did not help. But they did call us into Hartford and we had to appear, in front of the FOIA commission, Ashley and myself, and I think Link has he already gone? Or is he still being called in? I don't know. I know he got a letter that he had to go in, but I don't know if that's happened yet because there's been a delay.
Yeah. But anyways, I'm all in favor, and this will go into the next budget season.
Well, we would want to put it into place, as of, as soon as January.
Okay,
And like I said, Sarah and I have discussed it and we've, looked at, various line items and we think we're fairly certain that we'll be able to cover it without having
oh,
to,
okay,
ask for more money.
no, that sounds good,
So, and it is below our threshold, so it's not something that, that we'll have to go before the Board of Finance for,
perfect,
or a town meeting for.
right,
But of course, yeah, for the following year, we'll definitely have to put it in the budget, so.
Yeah. okay. I'm all in favor of it, Ron is, Patty,
I'll make a motion that we accept this proposal.
I second
all in favor, aye,
Aye,
motion carries.
Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
thank you.
Okay, moving on. Okay, you're up. I did.
This
Oh, I'm sorry.
meeting.
I did, yeah,
Hold on.
yep. We've talked about, the selectmen here have talked about, changing our Wednesday selectmen's meeting to 10 o'clock instead of 9 o'clock. And, we're all in agreement on that. So if I could have a motion on that,
I'll second
all in favor?
it. All right,
Motion carries.
so for the next year,
You have to, this is for 2026,
2026,
Yeah.
it'll be 10 o'clock
right, instead of 9 o'clock.
instead of 9, but for the rest of the year, it'll still be 9 o'clock.
That's correct. Now you're up, Hunter. Hunter is our, DPW mechanic, and he's gone over, he does all our bidding on the buses, and he's gonna discuss it with us right now.
Yeah, so I have the 25, 26 bus bids, and every year I believe there's around 135 put into the capital for STV. And me and the bus coordinator kind of go back and forth to figure out what needs to be replaced schedule wise, due to mileage needs, things like that. And this year we've decided to do a full-size 71 passenger bus. And I reached out to two vendors, one of them being Bluebird, the other one being International. And there is a third vendor, but we had a very hard time bidding with them a few years ago and ran into an issue where we had to get out of the bid because they essentially ran out of parts on the assembly line, so they weren't able to guarantee us what we wanted. So I felt we didn't want to bid with them again. So that would have been Freightliner, so we did Bluebird International for the two. So the bids came back. The Bluebird was 145,952, and the International was 141,340. Me
Say
and
that one more time?
the Bluebird was 145,952,
Okay,
and the International was 141,340. And discussing with the bus coordinator and the bus drivers, we feel the Bluebird is a better built bus, and we did buy two Internationals last time around due to skipping a few years of replacement. And we had a few issues with those Internationals when they came in. One of them had a leaking windshield, and they were a total redesign of the bus. They're kind of like very modern looking, and we feel it needs a few more years to like get there. The door's kind of funky operational wise, and the Bluebird is tried and true. We have, I think, 7 of them. We don't have a lot of issues. The parts are cheap. The service is great. They only go to Providence when they need something. You know, there's a recall issue, transmission issue, things like that, powertrain. They go to Providence. The International has to go to New Britain. Then we got to deal with getting a driver out there for it. So it's a
and
bit
you'd
of a
rather
hassle.
work on the Bluebird?
I would rather work on the Bluebird, yes.
Okay.
It's a lot more user friendly. So that's the cost of the bus. Now, normally we do get them with a new camera system in them and a new radio, but the camera system has gone up tremendously in price and be over about $6,000. So I will remove the camera system, the old one, which is not that old. They were all replaced about 4 or 5 years ago. I'm going to remove that system from the bus that will be going out, that we'll get rid of, and provide that to the vendor, whoever we go with, International or Bluebird. And the cost of that would be $419 for cables. So I'm not gonna pull apart the interior of the bus going out. It'd be very time consuming. I'm just gonna clip the cables, send it to them in a box, and they can reinstall the new cables. And same thing with the two-way radio. The radio is around $600, so we'll transfer that to the new bus, and I will do that here when the bus arrives at the garage. So we would like to do the Bluebird, and that would be 145,952 plus the 419,450, which would be a total of 146,371. And I believe we would have to go to Board of Finance after this, but so we're on the same page with it. And the bus that would be leaving is a 2010 model year Freightliner. It has 180,000 in climbing miles. It is continued in service, and it will be continued to be used in service until a costly repair comes up. And then it will be pulled out, or when the new bus arrives, whatever happens.
I thought they had 15 years.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, and last time we traded the buses in, and there was a lot of interest in town about purchasing them. So, and they didn't give us very much for them. I feel we can get that amount that was in on trade last year. I think it was $800 and $1,000 for each bus. It's basically scrap price. So what we'll do this time is we'll just do sealed bid. I'll take bids down to the garage 10 days, let someone in town get it if they want.
Okay.
Well, they don't have to be from town. Anyone can buy it.
Yeah, right.
The interest will probably come from within town.
Yeah, I'd like to go with, Hunter's request, because she's the one that works on. I don't know that much about buses, even though it's more than, International. I say my opinion, what do you feel, Ron?
I like what you said about Bluebird.
I do too. Patty?
And, Hunter knows what he's talking about.
That's right.
He's the top mechanic, he's the one that works on them. And so, yeah, I would believe him and go with him when he says it will work.
Right, would work. I would ask you too, if you come to the finance meeting for the next one, and give your spiel also.
No problem. We
Okay,
can do
that
that.
sounds good.
So I got all the bids and stuff in here. Do you want to hold on to it? You want me to hold on? to
No,
it?
you hold on.
There's also a letter in there too about it.
All right. So we need a motion to accept this, bus bid
the purchase.
Yes,
Oh,
and it's gonna go to the finance committee.
okay, I make a motion that we,
Call it the Bluebird bid or whatever.
Sure.
Bluebird bus.
Usually, yeah, STD bid, student transportation bid.
Student transportation bid, for Bluebird International, no, for Bluebird, not international.
No,
Bluebird, period, for the total price of $146,371, which includes the camera system that he's going to remove and reinstall, and the two-way radio, same thing.
I second.
very good. All in favor? Motion carries. Very good, thank you, Jessica, very
Thank you
much.
very much.
Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on, B. Consider and reappoint John Turbin and Heather Nicholson to 3-year terms to the Energy Committee. Can I entertain a motion for that?
I'm in motion. Set.
Make a motion then,
To reappoint them to, the Energy Committee.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay. Consider, an appointment to Ron Wickham to a 3-year term, to the Energy Committee.
I make that motion.
I second
All in favor?
it. Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, now we'll move on to the, approval of the bills. With that, have you guys gone over that?
I have.
Okay, very good. Then I'll make a motion, or could you make a motion to accept the approval of the bill?
I make a motion to accept the approval of the bid.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. The treasurer's report, we don't have to make a motion on this as long as you guys read it over and you're agreeing with it.
I agree.
Okay, I make a motion that we.
We don't need a
Oh, we
motion.
don't need a motion.
No?
Okay.
Okay, so we're all set with that. Okay. Ron, Patty, do you have any other business to come before the board of selectmen?
I do not.
I do.
Oh,
We have an on-call electrician already named Jake McKinnon, and Link suggested that we also have an on-call plumber. And I think that we need to talk about having an on-call plumber, and the one that he agrees with and I agreed with was the Laporte plumbing system, because they know everything about this building. So if we were going to have an on-call plumber, I think it should be Laporte, but it really, we need to put that on next month's agenda. And the second thing,
I'll call them, Patty.
Oh, good.
I'll call them.
okay, Jack to call. And and the second thing, in our training recently, Link brought up that there's a generator over in the Sterling Neil Cook Park that's going to need replacement really soon, because if we have a power outage, we need that generator working perfectly to give the town of Sterling area water. If it goes and we don't have the generator working, they don't have any water, they can't flush, they can't drink, they can't anything.
Including the hydrants.
Including the hydrants, that's right, so we wouldn't want to have no generator in a power outage with a fire. So I was thinking, purchase of a new generator and installation probably needs to go on the next agenda.
Was it the generator or the radiator to the generator?
The radiators.
I believe it was a
The
radiator.
Yeah.
radiator to the
You're
generator,
right.
okay. Okay, we changed that, then radiator
Right.
to the generator. So that's for the next agenda, and then, the third one was just the WPCA meeting tonight, and we said it was at 6:30,
All right,
so that's,
that's all. Anything else, Ron? You good?
I'm good.
All right, could I have a motion to adjourn?
Second,
All in favor?
aye.
Motion carries, we're adjourned, our first meeting.